Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. This is Brandy. Today we're going to do something with alcohol inks. I've never used alcohol inks before. I was watching Mary Polanco, I think that's how you say her last name, video, and she did some backgrounds with alcohol inks and showed how to use them, and I'll link her video below. It's really great. But it reminded me that I have an alcohol ink kit I bought and have never even opened. And I'm kind of embarrassed to say how long ago I bought this because I'm pretty sure it was a year ago. But this is the Tim Holtz alcohol ink kit. And it's a great kit. It came with some alcohol inks. Let's see what's in here. It came with some blending solution. I don't have my glasses on. I'm gonna put my glasses on. Some red pepper ink, gold mixative, some, okay, I don't see the color on this one. Oh, sunshine yellow, and stream. That's going to be my favorite color, I can already tell. Then it came with some, it looks like, I don't know what type of paper. Let's see, it might say in our book. Alcohol ink cardstock, okay. Great. Now, it also came with a tool to use with the alcohol inks. Little felt tool, the little wooden tool and the little felt applicators, and this stamp set. And I think it came with a clear block, but I have no idea what happened to that. It's floating around somewhere. I've actually used the stamps before, but I haven't used the inks. Okay, this, I'm going to use this. Mary used something similar to this that Ranger makes. I've had this forever and ever and ever. When my children were younger, I bought this, and it had, you could put markers in here and you can do like a airbrush effect. I've tried, this probably comes off, but I can't figure it out. Anyway, I use it sometimes when I'm doing alcohol ink dipping to kind of spray the ink around, but she used something similar to this that Ranger makes to spray her alcohol inks around. So I'm going to try it with this and see if it works. All right. So let's take a piece of this paper out and see. Okay, so we're going to want to use the shiny side. And let's look at the little book that comes with it and just see what it suggests. Okay, so it suggests let's use the tool first. We can try that. So put 2 or 3 drops and put it, and then kind of dab it around and then stamp an image on it. So let's try that out. So we're gonna put alcohol inks and the mixative in this little gold mixative. So let's try the red. We'll put a couple of drops of it. And the yellow. And then we'll go, so it's some of the red mixative. The gold mixative. I don't know if you're supposed to shake these first. I guess I should have read that. Shake bottle. Whoops. I didn't shake any of these. Okay. We'll shake this up. I hope everybody's having a great day today. I've been super excited to try this out. I don't know if anybody else does what I do, like buy something and then totally forget you have it. I want to run across it one day. That's pretty sad that I do such a thing, I must say. Okay, so we're just going to dab it on. Now this is, I mean, as controlled as I think you can be with some alcohol inks. This probably wouldn't be something I would prefer if I was going to use alcohol inks. I don't think this is the method I would want to use. I'm going to add a little of this blue in here. Ooh, I did a whole lot of blue in there, but that's okay because it's a beautiful color. Why not? So that's neat. Now, I'm telling you, I'm a what if person. Like, what if I did this? What would happen? So if I wasn't doing a video right now, my what if would be, what would happen right now if I put some of this blending solution on this? I might go ahead and just do my what if and see what would happen. I'm getting a shadow and I can't figure out where it's coming from. It may already be dry, so this may not work, but let's just see. Yeah, I think it's all dry, so that didn't really do anything. Yeah, that didn't really do much. Oh well, you never know what's going to do something unless you try it, right? So I wonder if we dab some of this on the pad, some of the blending solution. Well, it's beautiful regardless. I love how it looks now. I like the blue, making those really big drops of blue really helped. I want to put some more gold in here. I love the gold, so I'm just going to do a really big splatter of gold and just come in with some more gold. And Friday, I will probably use some of these backgrounds to make some cards. I still have all of those beautiful images I've colored from the 30-day Daily Marker 30-day coloring challenges. So, okay, now I went a little bit overboard with the gold, but it's beautiful. I like sparkle and shine, so I really like how that turned out. What do y'all think? It almost has like a three-dimensional look to it when you do it side to side like this. I really like it. If you can hear some extra noise, my cat is trying to climb the curtains. He's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna put some of this to the side. Now I'm gonna try it the way that Mary did it. There's tons of different things you can do in this book. Monoprint, ombre, plaid, monotype. Oh wait, that's just a different language. But the way she did it is not in this book, but I want to try it. So you don't need this applicator for this technique. She just drops some ink on the paper. Oh wait, I was supposed to put blending solution on there first. Okay, hold on. Let me get the blending solution. You put a blending solution on your paper. That way your inks can move around. And I will tell y'all, I'm very sensitive to fragrances, and this ink is not bothering me. So if you are a person who has sensitivity to fragrances and such as that, I'm not really feeling like I need to worry about these. So this, I love this as far as, because you can just get different, you just won't really know how it's going to turn out. This almost looks like a jewel. This blower, I don't think, does as well as the blower she had, because she was able to go down and like really do some little lines, and this one doesn't do that. So let's see what happens if we put a little bit of the blending solution on top of here. Now that's very cool. I could just watch that for days. Look how pretty that is. See all those little mica shiny pigments moving around. Now, I don't know if this is the same as Yupo paper, this cardstock. I have some of that type of paper that I bought. Let's see, it's actually Bria Reese. It says compared to Yupo. Let's see what happens if we use some of it. That's pretty. We could have probably done something better, but we'll set it to the side. You never know what you're going to get. Now, this feels very different. This feels extremely different than that alcohol cardstock does. Get a cutter and just cut it. I'm not sure if there's a right or a wrong side with this paper. Kind of feels the same. Let's try the technique. Let's use some of the blending solution. Put that on there. Let's use some of this, whoops, some of the red. And a little bit of this gold. Oh, okay, well then more blending solution. I picked up the wrong one. Now some of the gold. And then let's try to blow it around on this paper. Oh, wow, okay. So yeah, the paper is completely different with the, you want more of this Yupo type paper if you're gonna do the blow around. I think the ink might stay wet longer. Definitely moves different. Oh yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. It's like all my alcohol ink backgrounds will just be a color and metallics. But no, let's add a little bit of yellow to this and see what happens. First, we'll do a little bit of blending solution right here around the edges. And I know you can, when the ink is tacky dry, you can put a piece of foil over it and transfer it. And I have some foil, but it probably would take me hours to find it. So I didn't do that part. I might have done overkill on the yellow, but let's see what happens. Now I know you can wear gloves when messing with this ink because I'm probably getting it all over me, but I'm sure it comes off with rubbing alcohol. Okay, so I can see how this would also be something that you could do like all day long and never tire of it, and then end up with a million backgrounds. I will say if you're gonna use the ink and you want to do like this sort of technique, I would use the Yupo or this Bria Reese paper because it really does give you a whole different look than the alcohol cardstock did. Which, you know, that's one thing I like about Tim Holtz. He, excuse me, he went over that recently in a video that he did for one of his products, different substrates and how the products react on those different substrates. And I don't think we think about that enough when we are using a medium, how differently it's going to, the results that we're going to get depending on the medium. Y'all have to excuse my voice. My allergies are really bad and I've been dealing with that. I think that's pretty dry. I don't think we're going to get anything else out of that. That's very pretty. I really like that. We're going to try using the ink blender with the Yupo paper just to see what it does. Or the Bria Reese waterproof paper as it is. I'm going to cut another piece of it. It fell on the floor. Okay, so here's a piece of it. All right, so let's try this out. Okay, wow, it dries quickly. I don't know if you can reuse these or not, so I'm just going to stick that over there because we're going to do a different color palette this time. Let's see, we're going to use some of this blending solution. No, we didn't use the blending solution. That's right. Okay, we're going to go with some yellow. Okay. And then a little bit of this green. And then just, I can't not use this gold, y'all. I just love sparkle. I can't help myself. Okay. So here we go. I must say I'm not a big fan of the yellow, but then again, I'm just not a fan of yellow, so that could be why I'm not a big fan of the yellow. So this, it does kind of spread out a little bit more. This was it on the cardstock, and this is, I think it just spreads a little bit more on this paper. You get maybe a little bit more working time, it feels like. Now, I like it if I just keep going like this because I love that molted look. Almost looks like marble or something. Let's see what happens if on this paper we add a little bit of blending solution. Yes, they definitely stay wet a little longer because when you add that blending solution, it moves the inks. Now, I don't know if I necessarily like it. Yeah. See? All right, so I'm hoping I can piece these videos together. My husband just called and it stopped recording. I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode. But I just wanted to show you, I put a little bit more blending solution on here, and I really don't like how this turned out. Would not do this again. As far as how I did that one, just see what happens if I come back and add a little bit more onto this. Let's see. Well, I guess at least if you mess up, you can just kind of keep working it and save it. Make it look like something you like. But I guess what we've learned from this experiment is once the ink dries, do not put the blending solution on there because it's really not going to move enough to make a difference. So now we have some blue globs on there. Put a little bit of yellow just to see. Yes, that looks great. Okay, so at least we were able to save it. Now, I know you can stamp on these once they're dry, so we're gonna bring one of these over here. This one's not dry yet. You can kind of see it's still shiny. So that one is still wet. So we're gonna put it back over here to dry. See if any of them are dry that I've already done. This one looks the driest out of all of them, the first one. So let's try it. Okay. So the kit also comes with a little Distress Oxide black, well, not Distress Oxide, I'm sorry. Distress Archival ink, black soot. I think I already have one of these. there again, I don't know where it is, so I'm gonna open this. So it's an archival ink, so you can use it on your non-pore surfaces, and it is permanent ink, but it is in the distress colors. So I'm going to go with, I think, and these aren't super great quality stamps that come in this thing. They are probably, I don't know, they feel very rubbery, but you know, the whole kit was like $20, $24, something like that. So it's not like it's some super expensive kit. So I'm just gonna ink it up with this, and this has never been used before, the stamp, so it's probably, I should have used my Misty, because it's probably not going to give us a very good image. But it's on the other side of the room. Oops, I'm trying not to shake the camera, sorry about that. I realized the other day when I rewatched the video I shook the camera a good bit. All right. Try to do it semi-straight here. This paper's kind of warped. I put it on the block crooked, so it's kind of hard to tell. Okay. And we discussed the other day how I'm not very good at stamping if I'm not using my Misty. I've started to rely on that Misty so much that I'm not very good at stamping otherwise. And this stamp's never been used before, so we may not get a very good image. But maybe I can use it in something for journals. Oh yeah, that did not turn out very nice at all. That just didn't work. I don't know if it's the, I think it's the stamp. Let's try to use one of my, whoops. We're going to use this rubber stamp and see how it stamps. I mean, I understand why they try to, I mean, the kit's supposed to be everything in the kit, you know, your stamp, your block, your everything. So I understand why they have to use those cheap stamps. They just do not stamp very well. Okay. Now I'm super nervous that this is not going to turn out. But it's okay. You know, that's how we learn and do things, is by experimenting, right? Well, that turned out pretty good. I moved the stamp some, as you can tell. I wiggled it. But that's okay. She's a swimming mermaid, right? This, I think I did that because the paper is a bit slick. So when I first set it down, it scooted a little bit. But it could have been worse. All right, so here is my first experimentations with alcohol inks. We have this background. Then this is on the watercolor cardstock. This is also on the watercolor cardstock here. Then we have this on the Bria Reese waterproof paper. That still needs to dry some. And then we also have this one on the waterproof paper. So these are the same techniques. I did use more ink on this one, but on the different papers. So I hope this helps someone understand alcohol inks. I obviously need to play a whole lot more. It is a pretty forgiving medium, and I think you could do a lot of things with it. Really sit down in a day and just take a lot of time and try different things. Just a whole lot of fun, a fun way to make backgrounds. But thank y'all so much for tuning in today. If you liked the video, please subscribe and click the like button. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.